that this process of evolution that we've been going through and that our ancestors have been through, and so many generations of women before us who had so much strength and have so much strength, which we also carry within us. But we are the torchbearers now of being able to reintegrate all that energy and put it back as it should have been, had it not been disturbed by these systems that try to suppress and control us. So this being such a powerful time for us to feel that transformative energy, and for it to be, in honor of all that's come before us and all the powerful, beautiful, feminine, divine energy that has always been in the world, and now us kind of coming to this crescendo where we're really truly able to connect with that within ourselves, and then connect with others from that basis, and have the sisterhood really open up, and from that have the transformations happening. So that's what's so empowering and inspiring about this time, where there seems to be lots of these other pressures on the outside. Really, when you bring it back from the tantric perspective to our individual perspectives, each one of us holding that autonomy and that sovereignty, which was such an important word for us when we were thinking about approaching, talking about this sacred sexual sovereign energy, which each one of us has, which, as you say, is so unique to each of our individual selves. And that's what the tantric perspective talks about as well. The fact that each of us has this unique perspective, that is our strength, that working through our own perceptions and our own senses, we bring that knowledge and that unite the energy through our own autonomy. So that's something that I know our retreat is so focused on, creating the space for people to feel what's there and what needs to be felt, so that it can just move through the body, being in a safe environment. And that's very much, what we have always been talking about, what we are creating, this safe container for people to have that experience in.
Yeah, and that was so beautifully put. And it really kind of makes me think about us creating our own temple within ourselves, back in, however many thousands of years ago, when there was a real goddess culture and women had sexual freedom, but not just sexual freedom. They really had a high standing in society, and they would create a temple where women would be able to choose who they were going to, procreate with. And it would be this beautiful ritual, and it was all very sacred. And we don't have that in a physical way anymore, but we can sort of create that temple within us. And that for me is what this connection to feminine energy, and within that, our own unique sexuality, because that is what's been quashed for such a long time now. And I think for me, if we don't recognize and kind of get to know and reawaken, or, however we want to see it, that part of us, our sexuality, which is our essence, really within our womb, really right within the essence of us, then we're really missing something. And we don't have to go back into the history of it, but sometimes it does help to understand how powerful women really were in society, how much freedom they had. And then we can, if we understand that, we can understand that, oh, we have that within us as well. And perhaps we know we all put masks on. We hide parts of ourselves. I certainly do anyway. And it's really about being able to go, okay, I want to explore myself. I really want to get to know those parts of myself that perhaps I've been a bit, I've tucked away or hidden a bit in the past, and use that so I can really show up. We need more than ever to be able to show up, to stand for ourselves, but to do that in a feminine way. I mean, I'm a female leadership coach, so I hear all the time from women self-doubt, second guessing, feeling not enough, lacking confidence. And I think for me, there's so much of that is because we're just trying to be something we're not. We're trying to exist in a construct like the world of work, which was set up for men. And how do we get feminine leadership? And I don't just mean it in work, in all of life, the traits and qualities of femininity valued
Mm.
as
Yeah,
much as
yeah,
masculinity,
yeah.
and
The
feel
essence
that, bring it to the world so that everyone can feel it. And this is where it gets exciting, because everybody loses when we're not fully in our feminine.
yeah, that essence of it is the potential, the creative potential, and the ways that we are evolving
Mm.
to